Alright, y'all. I'm shooting this video in my car. I'm gonna show off my sunroof. How sick is that? Look, this is impromptu. It's not my best work, but we're just gonna roll with it. I'm a busy man. So, commish vid a little late, but this one is gonna be short and sweet. I'm gonna try and make it short and sweet. I don't have time right now. But so I just want to say a couple things first. The deadline to get in your campaign slogans was on Tuesday, and the only person that sent me one was Pirelli. I was thinking about extending the deadline, but the only person to send me, well, I have to extend the deadline now, but the only person that sent me anything was Pirelli. So I am heavily considering waiving the waiting period, because Pirelli has shown a level of commitment that maybe not everyone is showing right now. So Pirelli has a point that he's made. We're still going to vote on it, obviously, but I think we should waive the waiting period, just because I think, Pirelli and Michael, to a degree, have shown a good level of, passion for the league. So it's up to y'all. We'll vote on it. But let's just get into the wrap up for week 8. First game, Scott versus Kinley. This one was not what I was expecting. I don't think I picked Scott last week, but 154.98 to 86. And we got a new guy in last. Kinley he's starting to falter. He's starting to waver, and I'm starting to get worried. I was worried last week, but now I'm full on worried about Kinley. So he's dead last now at 2-6. Scott improves to 3-5. Honestly, the Gus Edwards trade and the Jerome Ford trade has worked out for you pretty well, Scooter. 154 points this week. Gus Edwards had a lot of points. And you got a big-time win. Like, that's a huge win. You would have been dead last if you lost, but you didn't. So congrats to you. I got nothing mean to say to you this week. You're the boy. I'm happy that you're binging through the Friday the 13th movies. The rest of y'all could learn a thing or two from Scott. Those are great films. Kinley, I'm still hoping. I'll never give up on you. You're the boy. I love you. I'll never give up on you. But I think it's time to kind of be concerned. I think it could be you. I wouldn't have said that a couple weeks ago, but I do. It could be you. It could be you. Beam versus Luke next game. This was a high-scoring affair. Beam yet again putting up points. However, it wasn't enough, because Luke put up 150 and finally snapped that 3-game losing streak. Big-time win. He moves to 4-4. Beam drops to 5-3. It was the CD Lamb show, Luke. 41 points. Really impressive stuff. Beam, you could have won, but it just wasn't your day. I don't have anything mean to say about really anyone this week, to be quite honest. So congrats to you, Luke, on the good win. Ethan versus Gunboat. This was such a huge win for Gunboat. He needed to bounce back, and I would like to apologize to Gunboat. We love you on this side, Gunboat, and I may have been a little bit rude to you the last couple of weeks, but just know that I love you, and just know that me, as well as all of the other boys, we got Mookie in our prayers. That's the league mascot. We love Mookie, so hoping for a full recovery there for the league mascot and Mookie. We love him. Shout out to Mooksters, and shout out to Gunboat for getting a big-time win, 155 to 93. Ethan, your team is starting to falter. But that's okay. We still got quite a bit of time left. So Ethan drops to 4-4, and Gunboat moves up to 4-4, and they're still kind of neck and neck in the standings. Next game, Fear Boners. That's a new name for you, Michael. Fear Boners. I don't really understand. Versus Young Boys. Funny enough, I picked Michael to win this game, and I bet people were laughing at me. How the fuck could you pick last place to beat first place? Well, that's why they call it pig ski. You gotta risk it to get the biscuit, motherfucker. So 147 to 98. Good job, Fear Boners. You've pulled yourself up from last place. You're at 2-6. I've got nothing but nice things to say about you. You started out horribly, absolutely horribly, but you've really put a foot in the right direction here the last 2 weeks. G-Man loses his first game since week 1. Not since September 11th has G-Man lost a game. He now loses a game this past week and only scored 98 points. So obviously G-Man is still in first at 6-2, but an L to the last place guy, it can't feel good. it can never feel good. So I expect you to bounce back next week. Pirelli versus Spard, this was a shootout. It came down to the end, but ultimately Pirelli had it in the bag because he had Goff and Spard had Amon-Ra. So anything Amon-Ra does, Goff's going to get points. So there was really no way he could have won. Pirelli, another big win. He moves to 6-2 and he's in second place. And Spard drops to 5-3. Shout out to Spard for having a cool Halloween party. That was dope as fuck. I had a good time with you at the bar as well. You know you're the boy. You know I got so much respect for you. And you had a fucking kick-ass Halloween costume too. I mean, I'm talking like the baby, like the Hangover. Big hit at the bar, the Hangover costume. Pirelli, I hear where you're coming from, man. And I think we should let you run. You know, you're a winner. You're 6-2. You're committed. You actually sent me a pretty detailed text of the policies you want to run on and the things you want to change. So I respect you. I respect you, and I think it would be a good idea to waive the whatever, the Supreme Court, whatever. And then the last game was myself versus Rocky. I mean, fuck. If I were you, Rocky, I would be so annoyed. 141 points, but you still lost because the Kraken put up 200 points. I've never put up 200 points before in fantasy, and I'm really proud of the boys. All I can say is this. 4 weeks ago, a month ago, I was winless. I was depressed. I had a black 2009 Kia Sorento that wouldn't start. You know, I felt like a jobless virgin most of the time. But here I am now at 4-4, in 5th and in the playoff picture. I'm in the playoffs, actually. And I've risen from the dead. I'm no longer a jobless virgin. My dick is hard. I have a new car. I'm in it right now with the sunroof open. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I could continue this role into next week, but we'll see what happens. Rocky, I don't know what to say to you, man. 141 points is no joke. You had a great week, but it just wasn't meant to be. You're now 3-5. You got the same record as Scott. So you'll figure it out. I don't know, man. You'll figure it out. But let's just take a look at the standings. I'm going to go over them. Again, I told you this isn't my best work. This is a quick video. My apologies. I promise that the week 9 wrap-up video will be better. In 12th at 2-6 is Kinley. 11th at 2-6 is Michael. 10th at 3-5 is Scooters Shooters. 9th at 3-5 is Rocky. In 8th at 4-4 is Gunboat. In 7th is Ethan at 4-4. In 6th is Luke at 4-4. In 5th is myself at 4-4. A lot of 4-4 teams. Lots of 4-4 teams. In 4th is Beam at 5-3. In 3rd is Spard at 5-3. In 2nd is Pirelli at 6-2. And then 1st is G-Man at 6-2. So honestly, the door's wide open the door is wide open. All these 4-4 teams, anything can happen. You know, Spard and Beam are pretty touchable, you know, at 3-4 for the 4-4 teams. Touchable in the sense that, like, not like the Chris Hansen, hey, take a seat kind of touchable. I mean, just like, you get what I'm trying to say. I'm introducing a new award called Spark Plug of the Week. It goes to the guy that I think just absolutely flew around. It goes to the guy that would practice on a fucking holiday. What guy in the league do you think would practice on Thanksgiving? Flying around with the boys, making plays. Spark Plug of the Week, I'm giving it to fucking Gunboat. Had a rough last couple of weeks, comes out and puts up 155. Spark Plug of the Week is Gunboat. Congrats to you. I guess we'll roll into the games for next week, and I'll make some picks. Again, I apologize. This is not my best work. First game, Kimbop versus G-Man. I'm rolling with G-Man. I'm sorry, Kinley, but I'm sorry, man. I don't want to say that I've lost faith, but because I love you so much, but I don't see it this year. I don't see it this year. There's always next year. But this year, I don't think it's going to work out. So I'm rolling with G-Man. Ethan versus Scott. I want to pick Scott. I do, because underdog. But I really back Ethan to bounce back this week. I just think Ethan has the better team. He just does. And I think I picked you last week, Ethan. I can't remember, but I'm picking you this week. I think you get the win, and you improve to 5-4, and Scott will drop to 3-6. So look out for an E-Man dub in that arena. Next game is Rocky versus Beam. I'm gonna pick Rocky just because I feel like he deserves it and he should catch a break. It's been tough for him this year. You know, having he has a good team, but he's sitting at 3-5. I don't think he deserves to be 3-5. So I'm going with Rocky. Beam, I'm sorry, brother, but you're going to drop to 5-4. Can't wait for you to get back in town. I miss you. Gunboat versus Luke. This is a tough one. I don't know who to pick. My heart says Gunboat. My head says Luke. Sometimes you got to go with your heart, baby. Sometimes you got to go with your heart. I'm picking Gunboat. He's Spark Plug of the Week. He's got that fire in him. And he's got, you know, the boys on his side. So I'm going with Gunboat. And I think Luke is going to drop to 4-5. Just a rough year for you, Luke. But you're still in the mid. I mean, you're 4-4 and you're in 6th. So the season is definitely not over. Don't give up. Don't give up, obviously. But I got to go with Gunboat this week. Next game is Michael versus Spard. I mean, I've picked you the last 2 weeks, Michael, and I really love the comeback story here, but I just don't think you have what it takes to beat Spard. He's a juggernaut, absolute fucking unit, and so are you, Michael, but like not in fantasy. So I'm rolling with Spardella. I just think he has what it takes. He's got that juice. He's got that fire in him. And then the last game is myself versus Pirelli. You know how it is. Every single week I pick myself. But I did just want to say, Pirelli, this game could go either way. If I lose this game, I won't be surprised. I have nothing but respect for your team, even though sometimes I may not show it. But I think that this will be a close one. But I think I win. That's 5 in a row if I win. I'm officially, now that Garrett has lost, I'm officially the hottest team in the league. I'm going to pick myself to win this week against Pirelli. Yeah, so that's the wrap-up vid this week. I'm sorry. This is shitty. It's really not my best work, but I had to rush this out, and I had to get it up before the Thursday night game. So whatever y'all's Thursday night plans are, enjoy them. There is somebody staring at me in the parking garage right now watching me make this video. It's making me really uncomfortable. I wish they would look away. What are you looking at? Oh, God. He's walking away now. Anyways, have a good night. Have a safe, fun Thursday night, Thirsty Thursdays. And if I don't hear from you guys for the rest of the night, I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. So keep it real. Keep it safe. Don't go around getting sodomized by any horses, because I saw that video 10 minutes ago, and it makes me want to fucking throw up. So don't do that shit. I don't know why I brought that up, but I got this award from work. It says most helpful. So, which is a crock of shit because I don't help anybody. But if you need me, beep me because I'm most helpful. All right, I'm out of here. Sayonara.